So this is the video of the functioning of the Oodassault rifle. I do realize that in the previous video I did show the internal mechanism, but I totally forgot to show where the pin guide was mounted, and you should be able to tell just from this view right here. And then this right here was just an added protection, so if it was being pulled up on or whatever, that one slot purple connector would be there to stop it. So anyways, on to the shooting. So we'll go ahead and lock that into place. Lock the magazine back at a 45. Well, it would be a 45, but okay, really? Thanks for making me look stupid. Works. There we go. Works perfectly when it's not on camera. So then just slide this up like normal. A lot easier when it's in both your hands. And you just push down. That falls off. This comes off. There we go. And then disengage here. Go ahead and pull the striker back. Re-engage here. And I'm actually not going to fire at a wall because this has too much power for me to comfortably do that. So I'm going to shoot across into another room. Sorry for the terrible video quality again, doing this one-handed, so. No, I just shot that one out of the trash can. Alright, 2 left. We'll see if this does anything funky like the 3.10. I was able to resolve that conflict after talking with the Dunkus, but there we go. Second one, just like normal. And then first one, just like normal. So, pretty good functioning gun. Comparable to the 3.10, but can be loaded up with a lot more rubber bands because it's got a pin guide. And so the reason, if you don't know why we use a pin guide to increase strength, here, let me get a gray rod because that'll be easier to show you on instead of a red rod. So when in the back of a gun and being pulled with a rubber band, rods can flex because of the pressure. They can move up and down. So in order to combat that, we have the connector connected to a pin guide, and then that connector is connected to the actual pin. So typically you wouldn't have a Y connector here, but that was the clean method I could come up with for this gun. So yeah, really cool gun. Can be loaded up with a whole lot of rubber bands. I'll do a test on that once I get a more developed version of this, because this is still in its first steps. Literally took me 4 hours to make, so not a whole lot of thought was put into this, but yeah. As more versions progress, I'll go ahead and get a slider on here to pull it back. And then maybe I'll try to reverse the trigger so that you're pulling instead of pushing. And then yeah, we'll eventually do a power test and see how many rubber bands I can strap on there. My guess is the pin will fail before anything else, just because this is a shoddily built pin. That's a terrible wording of things, but I could build a much better pin if I really wanted to. So, yep, that's the shooting of the Oodassault rifle.